Hey, good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. Pretty quick here. It's going to be 2022. Where are the days going? My goodness. All right. Hey, it kind of looks like there was no super excitement overnight in the market, so that's going to be, I think, good for the market, actually. That way it can maybe keep doing what it's been doing, trending up here. Looks like we're opening up inside day with yesterday. We're open just about at the top of the trap here. Yeah. So ideally, I guess if you're bullish, ideally you pretty much want us to break out here. If you're bearish, well, of course, you want us to head down toward this line. By the way, I just switched because last night I did it here in the room, showing somebody you can change the Trendicator, the red and green dots. That's the Trendicator. You can change it to a different moving average, and I changed it to the T line, and this is now the 17. So I just switched them, is what I did. I'm going to try it and see if I like it. I'm not sure I'm going to like it. It might be too busy, but I'm going to give it a go here anyway. So right now the SPY's looking pretty good. FNGU, that's one I would keep an eye on. I'm still just a bit concerned right here with these candles. These typically just are not great candles to have at the top. It doesn't mean that the bulls can't push through them, and they're trying. So if they do get through, well, we're on our way higher. It's just as simple as that. So I, for one, plan to remain bullish. I think here's what I wrote. What did I write here? Tuesday morning, 7:30 this morning, the price action SPY is still looking a bit fishy. I think it is. So stay cautious. As long as the price stays above the T line, we will remain bullish. FNGU is in a 3/8 trap. Question, will it hold? IWM, I think, is a bit tired. We'll go look at that in a second. And I do think the first hour of the day gives us more information. Let the market wake up. Oh, by the way, we're going to look at some trade ideas here, just a few, but the full list is down below if you're interested in taking a look at that. So there we go. So let's go peek at that IWM. Here's IWM. A little bit tired, I think. A little bit tired. We've had quite the run up. Quite the run. Impressive. Very, very impressive. Now, it's just showing a little tired. I'm not looking at some killer pullback, anything like that. You know, if we were just to take, let's say from this low to the high, right here is your 23.6 pullback. That is as normal as blinking your eyes. That is super normal. And if we drop down here to the 38.2 here, that is very common. Nothing wrong with that. So I wouldn't get all excited and run into a bunch of shorts. At least I'm not. If we do start pulling back, I'm going to look at that as opportunity. Now, if it starts breaking the overall trend, that's a different story. But for now, I think we'll just take a look at that. All right, let's run through these trade ideas. Again, thank you everybody for being here so early. I appreciate it. All righty, where are we? Oh yeah, SKLZ. I bought SKLZ yesterday, and it seems like it's doing pretty good. I apologize for that little pause. I had to sneeze, so I turned the mic off. I hope I got it off. Okay, so let's try this again. SKLZ. I bought SKLZ yesterday. I put a little box around here. I wrote the word add right here because I'm going to consider adding to this. May not be today. I don't know. And I may not. But that's going to be part of my plan here is possibly adding to SKLZ. And, I probably should move this up. I might even look at adding on a little bit of a breakout. A little bit of a resistance right here. I'm not too worried about resistance, although that may be a great place to take some profits and definitely reevaluate the trade. Right now, I'm looking for SKLZ to climb on up to about $18, or certainly get closer to $18. CHWY, this has been a room favorite. Kind of fun with CHWY. It's actually been an easy chart to trade, and I hope it stays that way. It's kind of fun to trade, I think. It seems like we all kind of like it. This is another one. I put a little green box around. Did buy this yesterday on this pullback, and I wrote the word add in here just to remind me. In all the excitement, sometimes I forget to do things. So we've got a nice little pullback, nice little 3/8 trap here. This is a rounded bottom breakout. This is the strategy that I'll be teaching on Thursday the 18th and Saturday the 20th of this month. Is the rounded bottom breakout. I'm also going to be looking at earlier entries and 3-bar chart rounded bottom breakouts. And of course, we'll look at other intraday, but we're not going to make big focus on those just because time-wise, we don't want to be there 9 hours. So we'll be doing that. And again, I'm going to look at adding to this, especially if it starts to pop out of the trap. Nice trap breakout here. If it breaks out of the trap, which is that green line, I'm not sure you can see it. It also, starts breaking out of this high, so I'll look to add to that. CLF, I think it was Steve who brought it, or at least that's the one I saw. Somebody may have mentioned it much earlier, or even after yesterday. But anyway, Steve mentioned CLF yesterday. I thought that was a nice chart. I'm not much of a gap trader, I'm not much of an enterer, if that's a word. On the gap, I want to wait a little bit. So today we waited, and let's see how this acts. It may not be a buy today, maybe a buy in 6 days. I don't know. We're going to have to wait to see it set up, watch that price action. I like the idea of buying right in this area. I definitely do. And the more I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking, you know what? It just might be a nice buy near the open. I might look at that. So here's what my plan would be. My plan on this would be if I could buy it right now, 33.39, 23.39. And where would I not like this? I would not like it below the 17, and below that 17 EMA, that line right there. From there, I'm going to look at some price action to help me with that. So I'm not going to be absolute with that 17, but if that gets me close, and then from there I might look at some price action. So we'll take a look at that at the open. That's actually looking pretty good. Okay, what would it be if we didn't have pot stocks on here? Yeah, Aaron. ACB has earnings tonight, so keep that in mind, everybody. Be careful with that. So maybe for some people, they don't care. It's a trade. Maybe for other people, they're going to wait for earnings. Nevertheless, I mean, look at Telray. That's not it. Look at Telray yesterday, a monster, and it's looking great today. So I could have put this one on here. I couldn't put them all. So anyway, just keep in mind it has earnings. I like this chart. I like what it's doing. It seemed like when it took off yesterday, it kind of held itself here. And so far this morning, the pullback has been more into where I see support. That's why I chose this one over Telray. FCX. Take a look at this Morningstar on FCX. That's hot. That really is hot. That's nice. Right now, anything over 38.45 here in the room, somebody reminds me, we'll talk about Morningstars and why I like this area for a stop. So anything above 38.48, I'm pretty happy with that. I love the inside day. Oh my gosh. See, this is, let me check earnings. Oh, earnings not January, so we're good. So this is where I'm going to draw the buy box on here, and I'm going to put a little note in here. buy. Because sometimes what happens, we get caught up with all the excitement in the morning, and for some reason, well, we're human, and the next new shiny thing that shows up we look at, right there, that's shiny. Stay with that shiny. That's what I'm telling myself, Rick. Leave all the other shiny alone. That's shiny to me. So I'll make a little note to kind of remind me that I might want to be buying this. MJ, I did buy this yesterday before the close. This is another one that I wrote add in. I may add to MJ. When I bought it, I left room. I didn't buy a lot. I left room for a add to, depending on a pullback or sideways or a breakout, because I had no idea what it was going to do today. So, and I don't usually chase that first breakout of the rounded bottom breakout. Not usually. But I couldn't resist. All the pot news out there, goodness sakes, had to find one of them to get into. So I'm going to be looking at adding to that. Blink. Take a look at Blink. Blink is pretty hot here. Nice gap up on Blink. If you take a look at Blink, here, let's, well, we can stay with the daily chart. Look at that. We've now broken out. That's hot. That's what traders like right there. Man, that's fantastic looking. So we need to keep our eyes on Blink. By the easy numbers, anything above 35, 85, I'm bullish on this. Now it's just a matter of finding an entry or taking an entry wherever your entry might be. This will be the area I will be looking for an entry. Some traders are going to wait till it pulls back. Some traders are just going to buy it. Some traders are going to wait for a breakout. There's no right or wrong to that. There really is not. It's what is it you like? There's probably, I don't know, 50 different styles of mouse traps, and they all catch mice. Go pick the one you like. I'm thinking 22, but just me. ATI, take a look at ATI. I think that's a nice setup here. Yeah, I would have to say anything below 16.95. I'm not going to be too interested in this. Yeah, should have done this earlier, sorry. Yeah, below 16.95. And I'm looking for a nice little 12% move heading up toward the 200. Another rounded bottom breakout. This is, again, the setup that we'll be talking about Thursday and Saturday. Those are separate classes. Somebody PM me here. Those are separate, yeah. Buy one, you only get one. Unless you want to buy two. Anyway. Alrighty, let's call it quits here. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll be back in just a moment.